Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we are in Alabama. We're going to be doing a driving tour of Auburn, Alabama. It's a small town. We're on our way to our desired destination. We're going to start probably around Auburn University. We're 6 minutes away. We're passing Tiger Crossing Shopping Center on my right-hand side. I'm going to merge into the left lane. We're now approaching University Drive on my right, and then you got Shug Jordan Parkway on my left. We have a Marathon gas station on my right. Gas is going for $3.14 a gallon. We're passing Clarion Inn and Suites, University Convention Center on my right-hand side. It's 57 degrees. Alabama is 1 hour behind Eastern Time. So when we were in Georgia, we were actually leaving at 11:03, and then upon putting our desired destination to Alabama, it said our arrival time would be 10:53 a.m. So it pushed us back an hour. We're passing Pet Boys Auto on my right hand side. We have a jogger, gentleman jogging on my right hand side. We're 2 miles away from College Street. That's where we want to turn. We're on South College Street right now. We just passed Duval Drive. We got Evergreen on my right hand side. Passing Town Place Suites. We got a T-Mobile. We got a Salsaritas, Fresh Mexican Grill, Nior Nail Bar, and more. On my right, on my left, we have a Domino's. It's called University Village, a bookstore, Auburn Steakhouse and Grill, and more. We're passing Donahue Drive. We got a specialty outfitter on my right hand side. Speed limit is 45 miles an hour. We're doing about 32 miles an hour. I already see Auburn University banners on the poles on my left hand side. We have some nice flowers in the center pathway. On my right, we have two people walking. Looks like an older gentleman and an older woman. We're passing Kimberly Drive. Welcome to Auburn, home of University, Auburn University. We have a dog walker on my right hand side. She looks to be reading her phone. So I'm uncertain of how dense this neighborhood is when it comes to housing. That's why we're going to start off on the university area. We're at Woodfield Drive. But this is just to plant the seed, show you guys what the Auburn area looks like. We got some residential homes on my right and on my left. We're passing Talon Court. Looks like they're doing some work on Talon Court. We got Auburn Church of Christ on my left hand side. We're 3 minutes away from our desired destination. For sale that said price reduced. I guess it was probably up on the market for some time, and they lowered the price in order to sell it. There's houses on my right hand side. You guys can't see them, but they're covered with trees. They got a nice lawn. They appear to be pretty cool looking houses. Passing Garden Drive on my left hand side. We're now passing Reese Ave on my right hand side. We're at the intersection of Reese and South College Street. Alright, we're 3 minutes away from our desired destination, which would probably be about 4 blocks ahead of us. So we'll start touring this area now. We're at Sanford Ave. I'm unsure if I should make a right hand turn or take it up another block or two and then start turning right. It doesn't look like there's much density on my right hand side. We're at Sanford Ave and South College Street in Auburn, Alabama. A-U-B-U-R-N, Auburn. Right next to us, we got the Amsterdam Cafe. We're like, I would say 2 blocks away from Auburn University headquarters. But I think like the whole neighborhood is classified as like the Auburn University area. It's kind of like when you get to Temple University, you get to Drexel University, or LaSalle University in PA. That whole little area that surrounds the university tends to be part of the college campus. So some of these apartments on my right hand side, because that looks like a little apartment complex on my right hand side, probably for like student housing, it's probably filled with students. I see one of the Jeeps, it had a tire cover that said AU, which is the logo for the Auburn University. So that's probably a student that lives there. That's the Courtyard Apartments. 2-bed, 2-bath, now leasing. We got Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe on my right. We have a CVS pharmacy on my right. Again, brandishing the AU logo for the Auburn University. We got Auburn Alumni Center on my right-hand side. We're at Roosevelt Drive. So on my left, it looks like this might be college campus territory. I don't think I'm gonna be able to take you in depth to the college campus, but you know you're driving through it now, so I'm giving you that heads up. We got celebrating 75 years, 1946 through 2021, forestry and wildlife sciences at Auburn University. Welcome home. I see the banner that says welcome home. We got the hotel at Auburn University on my right hand side. We're approaching Thatch. Let's make this right hand turn on Thatch Ave. I heard what sounded like a church bell. We got a church on my left hand side. I got 2 females right there in front of us. Crossing the street, they're both texting, both on their phones. One's wearing an all blue jean suit. The other one had like a gray and white sweater, like a sweatshirt with some black pants. We're gonna make this right hand turn on Thatch Ave, unless that's pronounced Tack Ave and the H is silent. We have, looks like some more students on my left. We got a church on my left hand side, Presbyterian Student Center. On my right, it looks like they are working on a building. We also have a First Presbyterian Church on my left, so there was like 2 of them. We are now at Gay Street. We're at the intersection of Thatch and Gay Street. For the meantime of the tour, I'm just gonna pronounce the th. It might be Tatch for all I know, but we're just gonna pronounce the th. So we're on Thatch and Gay Street. We're passing Thatch. We're gonna take this up another couple blocks. We're at Thatch. We got the Thatch Hut Queen Laundromat on my left. Just past the Eagle Center. Let's make this right on Armstrong. I'm sorry, that was a sudden right, but I almost felt like there was some density here with like residencies. So we'll see. Looks like we got an apartment on my right hand side, the Chalet at 215 Gay Street. It's a tollway zone, private property on my left hand side. This is a little community. Let's go to the community. This gives us something just to look at. This is 2 Armstrong 21. So this looks like an apartment unit. Has several complexes. They're sided with vinyl siding. I see yellow and like orange vinyl siding, like a peach yellow. Then the first floor has some bricks on some of the buildings. Some of the buildings have vinyl on the first floor. We have an Asian female over here running with a blanket. She has long hair, and at the end of it is dyed red. Probably a student. I got Virginia tags on my right. So we're gonna continue going straight. Looks like they have their own private parking. I see a variety of tags. New York, PA on my right, Pennsylvania, Texas on my left. We have plenty of Alabama because we are in Alabama. Georgia, we're next to Georgia. Auburn is, I would say, about 30 minutes from Georgia. Phoenix, Georgia is right at the borderline. It's next to Fort Benning, Georgia. and they're like at the borderline. So once you leave Phoenix, Georgia, in like 10 minutes you see welcome to Alabama. So right now we're probably about 45 minutes from Georgia, give or take, depending on traffic. All right, cool. I think we're gonna make another left and then we're gonna exit. So we're gonna make this left. This is where the female was coming out. You see the AU tire sign? It's on the spare tire. We have another, what looks to be like a young student over here on my left-hand side. So now we're approaching Hare Avenue. This will take us out of the complex. I believe we were on my right-hand side originally. This is a 24-hour no parking tollway zone. So if you're not from here, you're not supposed to park here. Florida tags on my right, which is not far from here. We had Tennessee tags also. So that's definitely probably student housing. All right, let's make this left-hand turn. This is gonna continue the road that we were on. We just made a little short detour. I just wanted to see what some of the housing setups look like around here. We had a cemetery on my left-hand side. This is the Pine Hill Cemetery. We're passing Miller Ave. Is this another apartment complex? Let's make a right and see what this looks like. We're at Miller Ave and Armstrong Street. We had the Peach House on my left. I'm sorry, Beach House. We have some apartments on my left-hand side and on my right-hand side. There's a building for sale. Eagle's Nest. I'm assuming that would definitely be student dorms or student housing. Nest. All right, let's make this right-hand turn. We're currently back on Gay Street. Let's make this right-hand turn. Let's allow this student to cross the street. All right, we have a Taco Bell on my right-hand side. We got more apartments on my left. We got the Garden Court on my left-hand side. Taco Bell is now hiring. We got plenty more apartments on my right. So it's so far it's pretty dense when it comes to apartments. It's 12:10 based on what that clock says. And they're doing an event across the street. Wow, they're doing like some sort of sports event. I'm going to make this left. I'm going to come into this parking lot. We got police right here on my right-hand side. Auburn police. And then we are going to probably get a shot of this right here. And then we will exit. I just want to show you guys their little event. They have like a moon bounce for the kids. They're playing basketball. They're wearing red shirts. So I'm assuming that has something related with an organization called Serve. It might not be an organization, but they might be part of, I don't know, the school. It might be Auburn students or something of that nature. But I just want to show you guys that. All right, so let's make this left-hand turn once again. We're going to continue on our route up Gay Street. So what shall we do? We have some construction workers crossing the street. They'll run across the street. Let's go straight another block, because if we make a right on Thatch, it'll end up being a little redundant. There's a clothes washing service on my right. It might even be Tack or Thack. I say Thatch, but yeah. We have some people on my right. They look like students in front of the Wesley Foundation building. We're approaching East Magnolia Ave. All right. We have a block that looks somewhat dense over here. We have some students crossing the street. Yeah, I see people with bags of food, with cups, like they were just at a restaurant. There's a group of females on my left-hand side. Across the street, there's a group of 3 females. But on my far left, there's 4 females waving at someone. I don't know if it's those 3 females or if it's at somebody in a vehicle. But they're in front of Hamilton's. I believe Hamilton's is a restaurant. So we're gonna straighten ourselves up because now it's a green light. Yeah, this block looks somewhat denser. It doesn't look like it has much homes, but it has businesses. I see the locker room. Is that called the locker room? Yes, it's called the locker room. Let's make this left. It's called the locker room. Plainswear, Bowland, might have clothing. We got a business on my left called Behind the Glass. Another one on my right called Copper Corner with a K. Take Back Our Republic. We have a restaurant on my right that has burgers, pizza, wings, brews, and more. It is called Little Italy Pizza. We have Taco Mama and Bar on my right. We got the business called Therapy on my left. Fusion Bar and Eats. There's plenty of eateries. We're passing St. Dunstan's Episcopal Church on my left. The Irritable Bio, Moe's Original Barbecue, Auburn Hardware Store, and more. We even got something called, is that Tumors Drugs on my right hand side. I'm assuming that that is a private family owned drugstore. We got PNC Bank on my left hand side. We have several people in the corner about to cross, again with a bag and a drink, a beverage. I see many people walking around with beverages. We're at Magnolia Ave and College Street. So we can go straight or we can go right. Straight, I believe, takes us to more school buildings, more institution buildings. I really don't want to focus on those because they're so big and it's private property. We can't get on half of that property. I see a sign over here. This sign says something about $925,000. Live United, thank you, helping us change 51,000 lives. Did someone donate $925,000? I believe so. Something about advocate volunteer. Let's make this right. I see something across the street called Pedology. We got a beautiful brick road. This intersection is made out primarily bricks. Oh, we got a luxury nail spa on my right, Auburn Art on my right. We got Popcorn, the Popcorn Company on my right. We got a barbershop on my left, Juice Bar on my left, Rapsology on my right, Kung Fu Tea on my right, Five Guys on my left, Creative Spa on my left, Jimmy John's on my right, Mellow Mushroom on my right, Eddie's Calzones on my right. Let's allow these two young women to cross the street. Passing Royal Diner, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna let you go, buddy. They had something called Diner, but the I was in the shape of an O. So it was like some fancy script. We got a mural on my left of like an ocean with a bunch of hands. It's a little windy out. We're passing Arigato Sushi Boutique. We got Peter Pitt on my left hand side, and we got a screen printing company on my left. We're passing Auburn City Hall. Let's make this right and take a quick peek at where this City Hall is located. There was an arrow pointing this way. We're in Tichenor. We just passed Tichenor and College. I believe this is City Hall on my left hand side, ladies and gentlemen. This is their City Hall. Let's see. No, this is AFBC Child Development Center. There was an arrow that pointed this way that says City Hall. So one of these buildings is City Hall. We just got to figure out which one it is, if possible. On my right, it looks like another fancy building with American flag. Auburn First Baptist Church on my left. We got the Auburn Candle Company in front of us. We got a gentleman on my right crossing the street with a backpack, some gray sweats, light gray hoodie, and some Nike Air Force Ones. All right, so where are we at now? We are on Gay and Tichenor. Let's make this left. Let's make this left. I have traffic behind me, so I don't want to hold people up too long. We got a Grub Mart on my right-hand side. Let's make this left on Glen Ave. We got the Standard on my right. Hot Works on my right. We got a Circle K on my left. Gas is $3.15 a gallon. We got something called The Balcony on my right. We got another building on my left that looks quite fancy. What is this? Auburn First Baptist Church. Is this the front of it? Yeah, this is the front of it on my left. You got Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers on my right, or Guthrie's. We got a Papa John's on my right. We got a student over here texting. We got a Chase Bank across the street on my left-hand side. The student is crossing the street while staring at her phone. There's a mural on my right-hand side that says The Freewheeler. It is of a bicycle. Looks a bit faded. I see a informational board that says Lucky Meagers Kindergarten, and then it has a bunch of information, but it's too small. It's fine print. I can't really read it from where I'm at. We got a business across the street called Live Oak. I hear a train bell. There's actually a railroad crossing on my right hand side. There's something called Smoke Buddies on my right hand side. We got a Domino's Pizza on my left. You got Live Oaks. It's a diner. You see right here on my right, like an eatery. On my left, we got some tall, what looks to be like luxury apartments. We got Waffle House on my right, The Standard, Tiger Cafe, Zoners, Pizza Wings, and more. You hear the train horn? Auburn Realty Inc. on my left, and we have the Uncommon on my right. Let's make this left-hand turn. We just crossed over College. I see a giant water barrel or water tower over here, 2-3 blocks down. We're gonna make this left here first though, but the big water tower said Auburn. We're at Glen Ave and Toomer Street. Again, we're in another residential zone. 7 gable apartments. So these are probably somewhat a mix, like apartments, Toomer House apartments. Go Toomer House. Go Tigers. I'm sorry, I didn't say go Toomer, I said the Toomer House. Go Tigers. I got a vehicle behind me. Let me pull over and allow these people to go by, because people are probably on a time limit going to class and all of that. All right, so I'm gonna make a right. Somebody's telling me to go right. And again, you see these buildings on my left? I'm assuming they're apartments. Primarily for students. You have resident parking. There you go. Got a nice Jeep Wrangler on my right hand side. I really like that. Hope it's stick shift. So I believe probably a majority of the housing blocks within the neighborhood of the school is probably student housing. I see the Shelby Center for Engineering Technology on my far left. Let's see if we'll pass that later. Let's make this right and continue this little zigzag motion. I know I've been jumping around, but there hasn't really been much stability going on as far as housing. It jumps from like housing to apartments to commercial to campus. Campus, courtyard, condominiums. So there's also condominiums. Thomas Street and Glen Ave. Across the street, again, tollway zone, no parking, etc., etc. You must have a valid displayed permit. Permit parking only. We have a female crossing the parking lot entrance. Glasses, black sweater, some spandex blue pants, white sneaks, and some earbuds. She's probably a jogger, a student jogger. Passing the stadium court on my right hand side. We got a building on my left that looks like they're working on it now. It has no windows. This first portion doesn't have windows. The second portion does. So they probably just built this building on my left. Look, right here on my left, you see it says Auburn in really big print. That's next to the Auburn Overlook. Let's take it a little further so maybe you guys can get a little sneak peek of it. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Oh, you only see the E, the RN. I said the E, the RN. All right, so let's make this left on Donahue Drive. You got the Gold Post package store on my left-hand side. Insomnia Twice Baked. Kebab to go pizza, 99 cents a slice. You have a young gentleman in front of us, probably 13 years old, on a bicycle. See him at the intersection? He has a blue shirt. We're at Glen Avenue and Donahue Drive. And he's on what looks to be a mountain bike. on a Fuji, a good name brand mountain bike. See him riding by? I'd say he's probably like 12, 13. We got a church on my right-hand side across the street. It's called St. Luke CME Church. All right, we're gonna make this left-hand turn because we have the right-of-way. All right, we're passing the goal post. We got several students on my right hand side. Let's make this right on Glendoda Ave, where these students are about to cross at. The reason why I'm turning here is because it looks like there might be housing back here. And I'm interested in looking at the housing. One of them is wearing the Auburn Tigers shirt. The other one was texting while holding what looks to be like an iced coffee or Coca-Cola or Pepsi. It was like a dark color drink. It might even be a tea. Tea is dark color too. No trespassing, tollway zone. Wow, so a lot of this area is private. Let's make this right and enter. Even though it's private, this is the courtyard condominiums. This is gonna give you an idea of like what the student housing is like from an outside perspective, because you can't really see the inside, but you get an idea. I'm assuming it's a good neighborhood. I mean, there's probably not much going on in this area. There were, I believe, 2 or 3 other areas, and this is right next to, let me see, Auburn is right next to Opelika. I'm sorry, Opelika, which is another nearby town. And in Auburn, there wasn't really many dense areas. You got the Woodland Hills, which is up top. You got Lake Wilmore Park area. But there wasn't really like really dense areas. So I figured let's come to the university portion. But depending on what the clock holds. On my right is all private student housing also. But as you can see, there's a variety of student housing. You got the Rothbard Village right here. Look at Mises Institute, you see? With numbered slots, it's 1 story. So you got a variety of different housing. You got Stadium Way condominiums across the street. Those kind of look like motels. They kind of give me the motel vibe. This on my right, because that's how motels are. Like when you go to a motel, it looks like that. 1 story, 2 story. You get a door, and boom. But I could tell student housing because on the windows, Auburn fan parking. I saw like some college logos. Back on the street side. I can go right, I can go left. I think I'm going to go left. Yeah, let's go left. There's a stadium over there, a huge stadium. Alright, let's make a right and try to head towards this stadium. So that's probably their sports. It looks pretty big. It looks huge for being a college university sports stadium. It's pretty big. Let's make this right and take a look at it. We're at Donahue. We got Mama Goldberg's Deli on my left-hand side. Now hiring. Visit www.mamasjobs.com, spelled M-O-M-M-A, or Mamags. Is it Mamags? No, it's so mamagsjobs.com, but it's Mama's Jobs. Mama's Jobs. Mama Goldberg's. So for the website, they added a G. mamagsjobs.com. So this is a stadium right here. I believe it goes with the Auburn University sports team, whatever team they have. It's probably, didn't they say something about go Tigers or something? That's why I just heard something. Welcome home on my right. We're passing War Eagle Way. That is a pretty large stadium for university. It almost looks like it can be an actual sports stadium, like for like a major league team. Jordan-Hare Stadium, that's the name of it. And there's a ticket sale booth on my left-hand side. We got a parking lot on my right-hand side. I believe that probably corresponds. On my right, there's the Auburn Arena, home of the Auburn Tigers. All right, so this is the Auburn Tigers home on my right. What does this go to right here on my left? You see Tiger Classics? I see a sign that says Tiger Classics. So I don't know, maybe they play two different sports. Basketball, maybe one's for football, maybe one's for baseball. You can only go left if you go here. All right, we are at Heisman Drive. If we go through Heisman Drive, it's probably gonna take us to on-campus locations. We got Recreation and Wellness Center on my right. I'm gonna make this left. This is probably gonna take us to private property. Oh wow, you can actually see the sign. Let me see if I can pull over here so you can see the sign. You see the sign? Up top? It was like the logo. There was a family out front. I'm just trying to let these people behind me. Oh, this is actually private property. There's a gate over there. I wonder if they're gonna check anyone. Let's find out. On my right, there's another stadium. On my right, so there's like 3 stadiums within the area. Oh yeah, that's all private parking, guys. Let's bust a U-turn because those are students that are gonna go park in the parking garage. At least you can get another look from the corner on my right-hand side. You'll see like where they enter from. The Harbert Family Recruiting Center. Let's get out of this area because this isn't residential. I would love to hit more residential areas, so let's see. Let's make this left-hand turn. So you got 3 stadiums. You got one on my right, one on my left, and one right here. This little teeny one on my left. We have a gentleman on my right on a scooter and 2 females walking on my left. Let's continue traveling. Going over a speed table. Another building on the left, embroidered with the logo of the college. Let's make this left on Sanford. I think Sanford will take us back to a more normal area. How about if we take Sanford down to Dean Road, a couple blocks down. Let's take Sanford down to Dean Road, and then Dean Road looks a little bit dense. They might have homes over there, so we can check that area out. All right, we're passing Duncan Drive, West Sanford Ave, and Duncan Drive. We got the Pete Theater, P-E-E-T, Pete Theater on my left. We got the Layla Terrell Hall on my right and the Burton Hall Post Office on my right. Wow, there's some kids on my left playing with a frisbee. That was cool. I think they're having a competition to see whose frisbee can go farther. Yo, it looks like a whole bunch of like tech people, like tech students. I'm getting like the tech vibe. They all had like the Bill Gates cut, like the Bill Gates haircut when he was in college. But then again, Bill Gates turned out to be a billionaire, so. M. Miller Corey Center on my left. All right, let's keep on going straight. We're passing Mell Street. We're at Mell and Sanford Ave. The speed limit is 30 miles. We're doing 19 miles an hour. Behind me, we're back at College Street. So we ran around some of the college campus area. Now let's cross over College and take this straight down. Let's take this straight down because I'm trying to run into at least some type of housing. Oh, check out this Toyota on my left. I like that. Wow. Those primary like a hunter green, like an army green. Yeah, some flames. The only thing I didn't like was the flames, but everything else was cool. Southside Market on my right. We got an Exxon gas station on my right. $3.29 a gallon. Wow, what a difference. Go 4 or 5 blocks to my left, you get $3.15 a gallon. Right here is $3.29. Check out that house on the corner across the street on my left. See it? They got 2 apex corner portions that meet. You got shingle rooftop, brick siding. You got a little awning, a little grassy area that surrounds it. That looks like a home. That's what I want to see more of. I want to see some more homes. Look like we got what they call those frat houses on my right. It look like we passed a couple frat houses. Passing Armstrong. Now we're passing Wrights Mill Road. Let's take this further. Let's take it a little further, because I think if we stay close, we're still going to be around the college campus. We got Sanford School on my right-hand side. Payne Street. This is like one of those areas you would call like a college town. Like if you go to Bloomsburg University, Bloomsburg is kind of like a college town. If you go to Penn State University, Penn State is kind of like a college town. Passing Moores Mill Road. Street side mailboxes. These are probably residential homes on my right. I'm going downhill. Passing Nelocco Drive. Nelocco. Nelocco. We're almost at Dean Road. It looks like some of these were residential blocks though. For example, I'm so tempted to come around. I'm so tempted. Let's go to the Dean. Tune. Stick with what you were gonna say. Because we passed some residential blocks. But the thing is, they're like the no outlet blocks. They're like the ones that are round you about and take you to a whole other area. That's the thing about country living. Country living doesn't follow a grid format. City living gives you a grid. So you know, if you go forward, you go left, you come back, you come around, you end up at the same block. We're at Dean, right here. Let's see, Dean. Let's start around here. Dean, right? This is where I want to start at. Dean, yeah, because if we go left here and we make a right like on Park Ave, then I think we could enter a little community. We're at Sanford and Dean Road, and you got Auburn Junior High School on my right-hand side. Very interesting. So you can go from junior high school to Auburn College. Wonder how many, or Auburn University. Wonder how many Auburn Junior High School students aspire and or actually attend Auburn University. Is there a connection? Is there like a college program where you can go straight from high school and get credits or something and go to Auburn University? You know what I mean? Like, what's the statistic of them actually attending the university that's in their area? Oh, check this out. We got Dean Road Elementary School on my right. Wow, so you can go from elementary to junior high. We passed a beautiful Regal, a Buick Regal. Oh my gosh, that thing was pristine, parked on somebody's lawn. A G-body Buick Regal, an old school one, 80s model. Nice. Let's make this right on Park Ave. We got some kids out here playing. This is Dean Road Recreation on my right. See them playing? But they look unattended. I'm hoping their parents are nearby. Because I didn't see no parents out there with them. They were like 2 little boys, like 5, 6, 7 years old. Probably not even 7, like 5, 6. We got some low-rise houses on my left. Not sure if these are houses or if they're apartments. We're gonna make this left-hand turn. There's somebody out here grilling. I see you, boy. You grilling. There's somebody right here on my left-hand side. He's with the blue grill. I don't know if y'all can see. But anyway, he's out there grilling, getting his cook on. It's never too late to grill. There's a tent out here on my left. An actual tent, like a camping tent. That's cool. Somebody probably stood out front of their house in a tent. Park Ave and Old Mill Road. Let's make this right, because this is gonna start taking us to some of the living over here. There was a female, she just got some mail from her mailbox. She was wearing the purple shirt with like a shower cap. On my right, these are like apartments because there's multiple mailboxes stuck in one spot and there's multiple meters. We're approaching Oak Street. Now I think we can start turning. We're at Oak Street and Oak Mill Road. I'm gonna make this left. Let's turn here at Oak Street. But so far, since I've been traveling through a lot of these states, I haven't seen anything remotely close to home, which is Philadelphia. The closest ones that I can give credit to would be, there's a no outlet on my right, but let's go through it so that y'all can see it. The closest ones to the Philadelphia layout would be Baltimore, Delaware, like Wilmington kind of has similar, but not even too much. I would say the closest would be Baltimore. I know New York is similar in the grid format. And Camden, New Jersey. They would probably be the closest, but I would say nothing so far has been like the concrete jungle. Everything else has, and even when I go to like the cities of each state, for example, Charlotte or Savannah or Miami or Tampa or Orlando, or you know, like just a dip, like even Atlanta, we just passed Oak Street. We're on Island Ave, A-L-A-N. Even Atlanta, although it's a city, when you go to the neighborhoods are very wildlife-like when it comes to like trees and like this. It's like full of just greenery everywhere, and huge lawns and huge backyards and driveways and garages. And I think my wife said something about it the other day. She said, now I think I understand why people are fascinated with Philadelphia. She understands it a little bit more because the way our houses are so close. We live in a row home setting. Everything is right there in front of you. And then we got multiple neighbors. And now I've toured 100+ neighborhoods in Philly. So I got a chance to see the different stylizations of all neighborhoods. We have some neighborhoods like this in Philly. Not all of our neighborhoods in Philly are concrete jungle, guys. We do have Northeast. We do have some areas in West Philly that are like this, trees. You know what I mean? But it's not all throughout the city. And now I understand. I think I got a little bit of a better understanding. The closest thing to Philly so far is, like I said, Baltimore and then New York. New York, New York. But New York is huge. New York's connected to Canada. So New York got stuff like this. New York got the country, right? But New York City itself is like grid style. Like, left, right, straight, left, right. You can go around the block and come back around. Here, this is the type of stuff where if you go up the wrong road, you might not be able to go back down to the portion that you was just in. We're at Maple Street and McKinley Ave. Let's make this right on McKinley Ave. Street side mailboxes. Like if you had a street side mailbox in Philly, like in the wrong neighborhood, they're gonna go inside your mailbox. They're gonna pull up to your mailbox. They're gonna open up your mailbox and they're gonna take your mail. We got door mailboxes or porch mailboxes. There's some neighborhoods in Philly that got it. Like let me see. I would say far northeast would have street side mailboxes. Far northeast Philly. But let me see if I can pull back and show you this property here in Alabama. Alabama living. Look at, they got a nice piece of land in front, several big trees, 3 cars. Doesn't look like they have a garage. They have a nice little 1-story house, 1.5 story. Across the street, it looks like they have a duplex. This one looks modern. This looks like a very modern duplex. See it? It looks freshly sided, freshly capped on the windows. They have a cement driveway. But that gives you a little idea of what this little area looks like. Because I'm sure there's a dozen different areas in Alabama that all look differently. We're going to try to touch what we can while we're here. We're at Oak Street and McKinley Ave. Now, we don't plan on staying here long. This is just one of the areas we were passing through. You know, now we're on the chase. We're trying to chase winter away. No, we're not trying to chase winter. For sale, am I right? All right, this house is for sale. This is 136 Oak Street. Let me reverse it. I can show you the property. You can Google it, learn the price, and tell me if you think it is worth it. 136 Oak Street, Auburn, Alabama. This is the house right here. It looks like it's 1 story, 3 front windows, vinyl sided, nice rooftop. It has some, what you call those things? Shutters. They're not functional. It has a driveway. There's a car parked in the driveway, so people probably still live in it. Maybe it's the homeowner selling their house, unless they're renters and the actual landlord's trying to sell the property. We're Allen Ave and Oak Street. But yeah, so we're on the run to Cali. We're trying to go west, baby. Trying to see Texas, trying to see all that cool stuff. But we're also trying to touch the areas, like next is gonna be Tennessee, you know? We're gonna show love to Tennessee, and it's not enough time in the day, guys. And yeah, I can stay in each one of these areas longer, but then that would, you know, take away from our grand destination of hitting the west. All right, we're in a little, as you can see, no outlet. So we're gonna go left, but you can see houses. You can see houses. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on Oak Street, Oak and Allen Ave. We're on Oak and Old Mill Road. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on Old Mill Road. Let's make this right-hand turn on Green Street. We're at Old Mill Road and Green Street. And then we're gonna make this left-hand turn on Denson Drive. It's Denson Drive to my left, and it's Green Street to my right. But we're on Green Street, so Green Street continues to my right, and it's Denson to our left. So we just turn on Denson. And now we're gonna make this right on Conray Drive, Denson Drive and Conray Drive. All right, it looks like we're in another residential area. Nice long driveways, pretty large lawns. I would say probably 40-foot lawns. We got a brick house on my right with a carport. Carport, which you can drive your car under and keep it protected from the weather. We're passing Conray Circle. Look at this house on my right. I'm gonna re-maneuver the vehicle just so you can see a house periodically now and then. Remember, we use this vehicle as a tool to cover more square miles. See the house? It's not bad. It's nice. We're at Conray Drive and Denson Drive. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. See the tall trees on my left? We're at Sanford and Denson Drive. One of my viewers once notified me and said that, remember how earlier I was talking about that there's nothing like Philly as far as the grid layout? They were saying something about that the designer or the architect, I guess the people who did the street design for Philly did it for Camden and for Baltimore also, which makes sense, which would probably be why they're similar when it comes to like the layout and all of that. They're similar in style. We got an older gentleman right here taking a walk. I don't want to startle him. You stop and then you reverse on people and then they think that you're going to be up to no good, you know? So let's take this left-hand turn. Right now we are on Norman Road. Wow, look at this house over here. I think I can maneuver this one. Show y'all this one. So look at this, is probably 8 minutes away from the college campus. Look at that. Carport. Looks like it has possibly a garage. It's made out of bricks. That whole thing looks brick fortified. It looks like it has several additions to it. Beautiful little home right there. Nice long driveway, wide driveway, extremely wide driveway. Right across the street they have a forest. And there's another house over here hidden in the forest. Look, there's a house back there in the forest. You guys can't really see it. It camouflages very well because it's brick. We have a no outlet right here, Norman Circle or Norman Road. Let's go through this no outlet and see what this no outlet is about. Wow, and it gives you another view of these. Remember the house with the carport? This is the front of it with all the bricks. Look at that. That's a nice house. That's a nice house over here in Atlanta. Look at the walkway. That walkway was awesome. That's a nice little house here in Atlanta. I mean, in Atlanta, in Alabama. I said Atlanta. Yeah, that's a nice little house. A lot of space, a lot of land. We're at Norman Circle and Norman Road. Let's make this left-hand turn. Alright, so we're back on the main road. This is East University Drive. We can go left, we can go right. I think I'm going to go right. Let's take this down, let's say through Woodland. There's an area down here called Woodland. So let's see if we can make it to Woodland by the end of the tour. On the right and on my left, you'll see homes. So if you just pay attention, you'll see the homes. We'll pass them, you know, we gotta go with traffic. Hey, there's that guy that was walking. We'll pass them, like, you know, at a rapid pace, because now we're staying with speed limit. I got cars behind me. We're on the main road. Passing Elkins Drive. We're on University in Elkins. But you'll see the layout. You guys are smart viewers, aren't you? You're watching 2215, so that makes you intelligent. I'm kidding. We just passed an interesting block. Let me make a left-hand turn, and I'm gonna make a U-turn. I'm gonna go somehow through someone's driveway. No, I don't even think I gotta utilize the driveway. I'm gonna wait till this car passes, and I'm gonna make a U-turn. As a matter of fact, let's go through this block, Lockwood. Yeah, I saw a block like this around the corner. This is residential housing. A lot of beautiful homes. Look at it. One thing that I'm learning too, as I travel from state to state, one state isn't responsible for having the most beautiful homes. You can't say that this state has the most beautiful homes or this state has the most beautiful homes, because guess what? A lot of them look alike. You know, I guess it depends on the architect you hire for the job or the home you buy. Some of these people build homes from scratch. Look at this one on my right. This was sweet. Look at this one. This one is sweet. Double car garage. Look at that. That's sweet. Sweet. Not too many trees, just the right amount of trees. That's a sweet property right there. And then right across the street, you got this sweet property. Bricks. You know what I mean? So what I've learned is that there's beautiful homes. Look at right here. This is for sale. This is the address. What is this? This is 608. All right, so you guys can look up the property value for this if you want to know what property is going for over here. This is Lockwood Street. So that's going to be 608 Lockwood Street, Auburn, Alabama. So you can see how much that's going for. But this is a block with some nice houses. This is what I was looking for from the beginning, but we got a chance to peek at some of their college campus territory. So it's not a matter of like, where should I buy a home that's going to be the best home? Because if you got money, you know, money allows you to build whatever you want, wherever you want. It's a matter of, we're at Terrace Acres and Lockwood. Terrace Acres Drive and Lockwood Street. Let's make this right here and turn on Terrace Acres Drive. It's a matter of, I guess, the amenities nearby. You know, what you're gonna have access to, what you're really gonna utilize. Do you want wildlife near you? Do you want city near you? I guess if you have children, is there a school near you? What type of parks are near you? If you're interested in the crime rate, you know, you probably want to be in a low crime neighborhood. Taxation, you want to make sure, I guess, the taxes on your property in the state you're in, because I think some states charge more than others. Yeah, I guess those would probably be like the main fundamentals of like, because you can have a beautiful home. So far in the last 10 states I've been in, it's like there's beautiful homes in every state. Beautiful homes. You can get a home like this damn near in every state. You know, if you go to the country of every state, you get a home like this in PA. I said it the other day. You get a home like this in PA. We got beautiful spots in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's quite big. It's a big state. Philadelphia's on the bottom southeastern portion of the state of Pennsylvania. And Philadelphia isn't the only big city. I believe you got Pittsburgh, you got Harrisburg, right? And who knows what other cities that I've never explored. I know there's Allentown and Reading and those places, but I haven't got a chance to like really check out any other big cities. I've been to a lot of towns in PA. A lot of towns. All right, we are currently at East University Drive and Moores Mill Road. We're going to take this further. We're about to hit on the map what's classified as Woodland. It says Woodland, but we'll see when we get there. We're like a block away from one block of Woodland. They got the Lovett Universal Cuts Barbershop, got Auburn Early Learning Education Center, you got Community Church of Jesus, and more. We're rounding up to the last minutes of our tour, so maybe we can hit this last block. Right here. We're now at Hurd Ave, and what would be considered Woodland over here in Auburn. And what do you know? More trees, more driveways, more front lawns, more houses. One story, there's a couple one stories. One stories are nice too. We all have different needs and requirements, but at the end of the day, as long as you have a roof over your head, you have a place to rest away from the weather, you're good to go. We're at Hurd Court. Let's end it off right here at this little, what's this? No outlet, huh? Little roundabout. Check out that house right there at the edge. We got the little statues in front of us. See, with the white little statues and all that. It got a nice little driveway right in front of the property. It goes in a circle. I like that. That's cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we just hit the 1 hour mark of our tour. We did not cover the whole entire Auburn, Alabama area. We didn't have enough time. 1 hour isn't enough. Needs more time dedicated to it, but we are just passing through this area. We're going to be hitting another area next. So maybe in the future, who knows what it may hold. After doing all 48 states, if you're new to the channel, we're doing a 48 state cross-country tour. I'm trying to hit all 48 states. If you're not familiar with my channel, I have over 500 plus tours in the Philadelphia area. Walking tours, driving tours, narrated and silent tours. So if you do not wish to hear my voice, you can watch some of the silent tours. Or if you just want to rewatch this tour right here, turn down the YouTube volume, turn up your favorite radio track. You know, you can put your radio in the background and listen to music, and it'll be like if you were driving around yourself with the radio, and you don't got to worry about listening to my voice. So take that into consideration. Please consider subscribing to the channel. We would greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment in the comment section. It helps the channel grow tremendously. Engagement goes a long way, guys. This is your homeboy Tune, Mr. Tune Dollars, Tune 215. Y'all know, Tune be chillin', and I'm tuning out.